Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about the fact that the star of Disney's Aladdin has dissed the upcoming Little Mermaid movie. Kendall Jenner seems to be annoyed with Bad Bunny, and the Matty Healy situation gets worse. Alright, so it looks like there might be a little bit of jealousy in the air. Mena Massoud, the star of Disney's Aladdin, the 2019 live-action remake, has come under fire for a comment he made about the upcoming Little Mermaid movie. He responded to a tweet that said, "The Little Mermaid is tracking to earn $115 million on its domestic box office opening weekend. In comparison, Aladdin earned $112 million on its opening." In response, Mena wrote that the movie probably won't cross the billion mark because there won't be enough returning viewers, unlike with Aladdin, which he says was unique in that audiences went to watch it multiple times. But he predicted that The Little Mermaid will still probably get a sequel. Although his tweet seemed innocent enough, to a lot of people it sounded like he was taking a dig at the movie, and he was jealous at the prospect of it being more successful than Aladdin. Fans felt that he sounded bitter just because there was a real possibility that The Little Mermaid would outperform his movie. One person tweeted, "The Little Mermaid movie isn't released to the public yet, and Mena Massoud is already making shady comments. He has had no big roles ever since Aladdin, and used to complain that Disney never gave him more work as if it should have been handed to him. Also, Mena is very bitter." Another person wrote, "I don't know why he thinks Aladdin was unique in terms of being rewatchable. Fans rewatch movies all the time. It's normal." But the biggest reason people are so frustrated with his tweet is because of all the racist backlash over Halle Bailey's casting as the lead. When the first teaser trailer was released, Halle faced a ton of hate for the fact that she was playing the iconic Disney princess. When the official posters for the movie were released, it happened all over again. People took issue with the animated characters like Flounder and Sebastian because they were apparently too lifelike. Literally anything that Disney puts out about The Little Mermaid gets attacked. So when you take that into account, Mena's comments just sound like even more criticism on top of a project that's already getting nothing but criticism. And all of this is happening before people have even seen the movie. But whether or not he even intended his tweet to be shady has yet to be explained, because as soon as he got called out for it, he deleted the post and deactivated his Twitter account. To be fair, the backlash was pretty brutal. People brought up his acting career and made fun of the fact that he hasn't been able to get any roles since Aladdin came out, which sounds kind of crazy, but it's actually true. How do we know? Well, he said it himself. In December of 2019, Mena told the Daily Beast that he hasn't had any auditions since playing Aladdin in the live-action Disney movie. He said, "I'm kind of tired of staying quiet about it. I want people to know that it's not always dandelions and roses when you're doing something like Aladdin." Quote, "He must have made millions. He must be getting all these offers. It's none of those things. I haven't had a single audition since Aladdin came out." He explained that he hasn't really gotten anything big just from his role in that movie, which is something that surprised a lot of people. After all, it was just so successful at the box office. Mena went on to say, "People have these ideas in their head. Like, I'm just sitting here being like, okay, Aladdin just hit 1 billion. Can I at least get an audition? I'm not expecting for you to be like, here's Batman, but can I at least just get in the room? Can you give me a chance?" So just from that interview, you can tell that he was really struggling to understand why his career prospects didn't seem that great. And it's easy to see why he would feel that way, because any actor who was able to score that kind of a role would think that they just made it. But sadly, the issue could have something to do with Hollywood's struggle to cast actors from other ethnicities in major roles. Mena is Egyptian Canadian, and there just aren't enough roles being created for Middle Eastern actors, unless the movie is specifically about that culture. Things seemed hopeful for a while in 2020, when it was reported that an Aladdin sequel was in the early stages of development. But in March, the actor was approached by a fan who asked him if it was still happening, and he said that it was very unlikely at this point. Despite all the early excitement, Aladdin 2 has gone through a lengthy development cycle. It took Disney nearly a year to even announce the sequel, and they were waiting for a proper story before they could confirm all the actors who would be returning for their respective roles. But there were also other issues along the way, like the fact that Will Smith slapped Chris Rock at last year's Oscars. The controversy just from that would have surely slowed down development, because director Guy Ritchie insisted that he wouldn't be recasting the genie. So it's no surprise that the movie is still kind of in a limbo, and so is Mena Massoud's career. Alright, now why are people saying that Kendall Jenner is becoming annoyed with Bad Bunny? It's all because of a viral video that's been going around on TikTok. Over the weekend, they made their first public appearance together at the Lakers playoff game in LA. Kendall and Benito were photographed smiling while they were chatting with friends. They both looked super stylish and even coordinated their shoes, wearing matching snakeskin print boots. But fans were less worried about their fashion and more concerned for their body language. A lot of it comes down to the fact that Kendall was leaning so far away from him, and he just didn't look comfortable or confident sitting next to her either. Footage from their date has been all over TikTok, and everyone's trying to decide why it looks so awkward. One person wrote, "Kendall doesn't want to look too cozy just in case she fancies a player on the court. She looks like she wants to get as far away from him as possible." Another person said, "This is like when your mom forces you to take the new foreign exchange student out for a good time." Then there were also those people insisting that this must be a PR relationship because they don't look like they have any chemistry whatsoever. At one point, Kendall looked like she was frustrated with him when he leaned over to whisper something in her ear. Fans think he said something like, "What do you want to do after the game?" And she seemed annoyed at the question and said, "We can do whatever." Judging from this clip, people think that Benito likes her way more than she likes him. So this whole relationship is going to end with him getting his heart broken. Then there are also other comments suggesting that she is getting the ick from him, or she's slowly realizing that he's more like her annoying little brother. But of course, all of that is up for interpretation. On Sunday, the two of them attended the birthday party of rapper Young Taco, who is one of Kendall's longtime close friends. They wore matching Matrix-inspired leather outfits and looked super coordinated. Kendall wore a long leather trench coat which she paired with black trousers and sleek heels. Benito wore a leather jacket and flared pants with chunky heeled boots, along with an LA Dodgers hat and wide-frame tinted glasses. So they really went all out this weekend when it comes to taking their relationship public. Up until the Lakers game, they have kept their outings as private as possible. The couple was first linked in February when rumors started swirling that they were seeing each other after they went to lunch with Justin and Hailey Bieber. From there, they continued to be spotted together at events like Beyonce and Jay-Z's Oscars after party, as well as at Coachella. Then early this month, they both attended the Met Gala, although they did walk the red carpet separately. In early May, a source told People magazine they are very cute together. Kendall is happy, he's a fun guy, very much a gentleman and charming. She likes his vibe, he is very chill. They spend almost every day together now. He hangs out with her friends and she hangs out with him. It's more of a relationship now. Kendall is not seeing anyone else. She really likes him and sees long-term potential. So it seems like they are definitely getting serious. Not only that, but Benito has publicly criticized her ex-boyfriends Devin Booker and Harry Styles. About a month ago, he called out the Phoenix Suns player in a verse in his song Coco Chanel. In Spanish, she said, "I'm not bad, baby, that's a gimmick, but the Puerto Rico sun is warmer than the one in Phoenix." After that track was released, Devin unfollowed Kendall on Instagram and even spoke out against the new couple. An inside source said, "Devin doesn't believe for 1 minute that Kendall and Bad Bunny's relationship is that serious. He doesn't think that he's her type, and he finds it difficult to believe there's any longevity there between them." They went on to say, "Devin still thinks about Kendall on occasion, and a piece of him still misses her. He has no idea what the future holds, and although their timing wasn't right, it doesn't mean it can't happen at some point down the line. They dated for a long time and he still cares about her. He's not actively trying to get back with her, but he isn't exactly opposed to the idea either." The two of them dated on and off for about 2 years, from April 2020 to October of 2022. They reportedly broke up because of their busy schedules, but obviously there is still some feelings there. Alright, now that Taylor Swift and Matty Healy were spotted kissing, things seem to be getting more and more serious. They were seen leaving a New York City recording studio last night, and they definitely looked like a couple. Taylor was smiling while Matty was placing his hand on her back. She was seen wearing a purple NYU sweater and a black mini skirt with beige sneakers, while he was also dressed casually with a black sweater and pants. A source told Entertainment Tonight that Taylor has moved on from Joe and is feeling great and confident. With Matty specifically, quote, "Taylor is happy. She's very focused on her tour but is enjoying hanging out with Matty when she's off. They have known each other and have history, so there's a comfortability factor there, but also feelings of excitement. They're hanging out and having a good time. It's not just platonic." Matty was also spotted at her show in Philadelphia over the weekend. He was hanging out with her friend Blake Lively on Friday night. He was then filmed hanging out with Taylor's dad during the show on Saturday. Her mum was also there watching her perform, and they both seemed to be very friendly with him. So that by itself is a major sign that their relationship is picking up. Now you might be thinking, okay, but none of this has actually been confirmed. confirmed yet. Well, yeah, it kind of has. A fan named Eleanor the First on TikTok posted a video at Taylor's concert. She was close enough to the VIP section that she was actually able to talk to Matty. So she used that opportunity to ask him point blank if he was dating Taylor. And his answer was yes. By now, it seems like they're not even trying to hide their relationship, but it's still crazy to hear that he straight up confirmed it. Just last week, the two of them were spotted kissing at a restaurant in New York City. They seemed to be on a double date with Jack Antonoff and his fiancée Margaret Qualley. Taylor was wearing a green and yellow dress with velvet Mary Janes and red lipstick, whereas Matty was dressed in a suit with a white dress shirt and matching Ray-Bans. According to eyewitnesses at the restaurant, neither of them ordered any food. Instead, they spent the whole time just cuddling and kissing. Later on, they were seen holding hands and walking away from their table. When those pictures made their way across the internet, it sent fans into a frenzy. Because up until that point, some people were still holding out hope that they were just friends or they were just working on new music together. Since then, Matty has been spotted several times in the audience at Stops for Taylor's Eras tour. He's been opening for some of her shows with Phoebe Bridgers, but mostly he seems like he's just there to support her and enjoy the performance. The 1975 have been on tour since late last year, but he's currently on a small hiatus between his last show on May the 4th and his next show on June the 2nd. So it looks like he's chosen to take that time out in the US, as opposed to just going back to his home in the UK. And fans have also said that he performed their song She's American at their last show, which many believe may have been a nod to his new girlfriend. Later on, another insider spoke to Us Weekly and explained that the two of them have the same circle of friends. Apparently they are having a good time reconnecting and they're looking to give things a second chance. They do go back quite a few years, as dating rumors went around in 2014 and in 2016, and they remain close ever since. So do you think that they're actually together? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.